everyone, this is Cheryl and welcome to my sewing room. What you're looking at is a panel of fabric. This piece is 29 inches by 42 inches and I'm going to add a few borders on it to enlarge it. So when you find a piece of fabric like this that you want to make into a quilt, you can expand it and make it as large as you want. I'm going to make it about a lap size quilt and I intend on hanging it on the wall in my sewing room. So let's get started. When you get panel fabric, the first thing you want to do is square it up and get rid of anything that doesn't belong in the quilt. So I'm going to cut the selvage edges off and this white part off that's on there all the way around. So line your ruler up along the edges and cut. So you want to go around the entire quilt top and cut this off. In that panel fabric there is a burnt orange color in there. There's just a little bit of it. So I decided to make this inner border really narrow out of a burnt orange. So I've got my fabric folded with the selvage edges together, and then I brought the other end over so I can cut my fabric that I need really fast. So I need 4 strips and I'm only going to cut them 2 inches wide. So I'm lining my ruler up on a line. I'm going to straighten this fabric out first. So I got this off. Now I'm going to go over 2 inches and cut. And I'm going to go over 2 more inches and that'll give me all of the 4 strips just by doing 2 simple cuts. I've stitched this border on the 2 longest edges first using a 1/4 inch seam. So stitch it on those 2 longest edges, press the seam going away from the quilt top, and there it is on the other edge. Now I'm going to cut the ends of the border fabric off so that it fits exactly with this edge here. So I placed the ruler on the edge of that fabric and trimmed it off. So go to all 4 corners and trim the excess fabric off the end. Stitch the last 2 strips on the top and the bottom edge. Again, 1/4 inch seam. Press the seams on the back, press them on top, and again press those seams going away from the quilt. Then trim the fabric off at each corner so that it's even with the edge there. So go around to all 4 corners and trim them. I'm going to add another border that's 3.5 inches wide, which is the same distance as this one. So I measured the longest edges first. They measured at almost 45 inches. So I've cut 2 strips 3.5 inches wide that are about 47 inches longer. So I'm cutting them a few inches longer. That's only so that I can get an exact cut after I stitch it on. I've just finished stitching it on and I used 1/4 inch seam. Again, press the seams on the back side first, then unfold and press the seam going away from the quilt. I've already stitched the opposite side on too, so now I'm going to trim the corners so that they're even with this edge, and then trim it straight. Go around to all 4 corners and do the same thing. Measure your last 2 edges. Mine came out to almost 37 inches. Cut 2 strips 3.5 inches wide, stitch it on, press your seams, and then trim the corners. So far I've added on 2 different border strips. I'm going to continue adding on 2 more and then I'll show you how I finish it up. So this one and this one are the last 2 border colors that I put on. So this one is navy blue, and this one is the yellow, the same as this one. This was a 2-inch wide strip to cut out, and then this was a 3.5-inch wide strip to cut out. And how I went about it was I first measured the 2 longest edges first, your 2 sides, and stitched them on, then measured the 2 shorter edges and stitched them on. Pressed everything, trimmed the corners, then went on to the last border row. And the reason why I selected navy blue was because in the middle, the sewing machine was navy blue. So I wanted that color to pop out. So all in all, I added an additional 18 inches to the width and to the length. So this quilt top is now 45 inches wide this way and 59 inches long that way. For instructions on how to finish a quilt, such as calculating fabric for the back, beginner's quilting stitch patterns, and quilt binding, then play this video until a green screen appears and then click on the links.
Take 2.
All right, here we go. Wait a minute, you two got the wrong pillows. Switch them, switch them, switch them. Okay, Manny, yours is upside down. Okay, everybody ready? If you like this video, then click on thumbs up and then click on share to share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Click on the bell and enter your email address. If you haven't received your email notifications, then go to your cell phone or iPad. Click on settings and turn notification in the on position. This is Maria, this is Jamie, this is Manny. Okay, keep going, and you all are gonna have a real good time. Bye-bye.